Hello, all you hardcore boxing fans out there. How are you doing? Russ here from Poker's Corner, the biggest gob in sport. I say the things on here and nobody dares say, and that's why you've tuned in. All right. Right. Big shout out, Human Nutrients. The link is pinned in the comments section. Have a little nosy at that. That'll take you straight to the website. Remember, health is wealth. If you get bored of Poker's Corner listening to me talking knackers, feel free to jump on Porky's International, our sister channel. That's on YouTube. Right. Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury. The silent ban investigation. Or whatever is going wrong. I mean, this is how I look at it, right? Why haven't we seen Anthony Joshua face Tyson Fury? It's the fight everybody wants. Yet it remains frustratingly out of reach, doesn't it, really? Do you know what I mean? So that's how I look at it. Now, we've all wondered it, haven't we, really? What's stopping Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury from fighting? What's stopping that? It's like a dark secret, isn't it? It's like something going on in the background that nobody wants to talk about. We've got Joshua here, a big commercial draw, and Fury. They're parked up, aren't they? Absolutely parked up. So that's how I look at it. So I think it's bizarre, the silence surrounding this mega fight. So what's going on behind the scenes? And can anybody finally get to the bottom of this mystery? It's like a mystery, isn't it? It's like a boil that won't go away. Every 12 months they'll tease us with it. They'll drop tidbits to people like the Gad, and other little YouTubers that are absolute rimmers, lickers, get their tongues straight up these people's arseholes. That's what you're up against. So it is what it is, isn't it, really? But I just want to know why this fight isn't going on. Why ain't anybody talking about it? Is it a money issue? Are they injured? Is one of them serving a silent ban? I mean, we've all heard the alleged rumours of Joshua with his therapeutic exemption certificate for years. Go and look what Joshua weighed in the Olympics, and then look 12 months later when he turned pro how much he weighed. Dorian Yates couldn't put that weight on in a year. So there's a secret reason going on why Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury are not in the ring. I think it's a bit far more complex, personally, myself, than just scheduling. So there's something not right about it. Did Anthony Joshua know that he'd need to go on the special shakes to beat Dubois? Did he know that? Did Fury feel that he needed to fight Usyk a second time? We're never going to get to the bottom of it. Fury's already had 3 drug issues: wild boar, a cocaine, and a refusal. 3 issues, 2-year ban. Joshua's had no failed tests, but it's such a commercial draw. Who's going to want to take these on? Pair of them are worth $500 million. Who's going to take them on? Nobody's going to want to take them on. They're bigger than the sport, aren't they? They can do what they want. But for me, it's absolutely shocking why they've not fought. It's nearly as shocking, really, as their records, isn't it? I mean, let's have a look at the records, shall we? Right. When Joshua started to make a name for himself, He done Gary Cornish, didn't he? Who were undefeated. Dylan White, who were undefeated. Then he done Charlie Martin, who were world champion. He were undefeated. Then Dominic Brazil. He were undefeated. So it all looks good, doesn't it, really? But once you scratch the surface on that, Gary Cornish couldn't knock a wank out. Dylan White were coming off a 2-year ban, shocking. 2 elephants' feet. Charlie Martin, Ring Magazine described him as the worst ever heavyweight champion of the century. And then we've got Dominic Brazil, an ex-footballer, NFL footballer. That's it. That's the undefeateds. And then we're going to Eric the Power Molina, a geography teacher. Then we've got Vladimir in his 69th fight, dug up after being buried 18 months on settee by Fury. Then we've got Carlos Takam with a dodgy stoppage when he were coming on strong against Joshua. Then we've got Joseph Parker, the Stinkinator. I mean, Jesus. Old man Povetkin at Wembley. We know what happened there, don't we, Joshua? Beating your chest in middle at ring. The UK's where it's at for the fans. What happened at next fight? New York for the big money. Then Saudi for the big money. You know. Unbelievable. Returning 15 months later to the UK to fight an old man in Pulev. Wow. Then we've got Usyk, flogged him twice. And I mean flogged him. And then we go back to fighting stiffs. People even stiffer than Joshua. Franklin. Elenius and Wallen, his sparring partners, have done hundreds of rounds with them. And Garno in his second fight. And then Dubois flogged him. They've been papering over cracks and just getting him out there, earning money, and selling these fights as big fights, but they're shite. And now they're going to pray, they're going to absolute pray that the lazy Rhino can actually throw more than 6 punches around and beat Makhmedov. So they can sell that as a fight. For Joshua's comeback fight, a tick-over fight, an easy win. They're going to pray he beats Makhmedov. That's what they're going to do. Then they're going to sell it as like a Elenius, Wallen, Franklin type fight. As a tick-over. That's what they're going to do. It's a bit like Tony Bellew whispering behind the scenes at the moment that Yazzie Dickens will fight Kid Galahad. Wow. Wow. They could sell that as intense beef between Flex Ingle and Tony the Bell End, couldn't they? Because they don't get on, do they? Absolutely don't get on. They could sell that like that, couldn't they? A bit like they could sell Joshua against the Lazy Rhino, as the Lazy Rhino never got paid for sparring hundreds of rounds with him and got his nose broke 5 times. That's how Eddie Hills will sell it to you Muppet casuals. And I mean Muppets. It's the Muppet Show. So, and then we get to Fury, don't we? Tyson Fury. My God. We're not going to go through the first 5 years of his shite run. We'll start with Steve Cunningham, an old man. And he's 30 up. He'd had over 30 fights had he when Fury fought him. An old cruiserweight dug up to fight at heavyweight. He gave Fury absolute nightmares. Absolute nightmares. Then we've got Joey the Power Abel. Wow. Then Derek Chisora again. My God. Wow. Derek Chisora second time in a beatdown. Then we've got Christian Hamer. It all gets a bit murky round about this time, doesn't it, with the wild boar knackers. Then we've got Vladimir, an old man who he could have fought 4 years earlier, and his 68th fight. Fumbled his way to a win in a stinkinator fight. Sefa Sarifi, 2.5 years later, comes back to fight him. Then we've got Pianetta. Wow. Powerhouse, Pianetta. Then Wilder, that were a draw. Tom Swartz, undefeated. Wallin, undefeated. They throw these undefeateds in, but the stiffs. The Wallin fight should have been stopped, so we were lucky there. Done Wilder twice after that. And then we've just got filler fights, haven't we? Dylan Shite. And they dug Derrick up with his 12 losses. Ngannou in his debut. A guy in his debut. And then Usyk flogged him twice. But looking at the careers, he's been down 8 times, Fury. 8 counts. Joshua's had 9 counts. But for all the bluster, between them, they've got 10 wins over champions. 10. That's it. Best of a generation. Come on. Joshua's not even fought Fury or Wilder. At least Fury fought Wilder, didn't he? And he got to Vladimir first. Although he had nowhere to go at the time, to be fair. He had to go abroad. And he had to go abroad to fight Wilder. But we've been sold a load of old crock. That's what we've been sold. And now they can't even get him in the ring. Why can't they get these men in the ring? Is it money? Do they want too much money? Or is there something a little bit darker going on behind the scenes and they don't want to let the cat out the bag? Well, it's going to be interesting to see what happens, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? But Fury's out the ring 10 months. Joshua's out the ring 13 months. This is not good enough, is it? This is not good enough for all mouthing off that the people behind the scenes do about them. Fury mouthing off daily. Then we've got Eddie mouthing off on behalf of Big Meech. I just think it's a tired, old, knackered story now. It's a crap story, isn't it? It's an absolute crap story. They're just following the Manny Pacquiao, Mayweather protocol, aren't they? They're going to get it at the end when it's built up bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And I can understand that. I can understand that. But why would they need to sign a 2-fight deal for that fight? Like I've said before, and I'll say it again, their CVs are dog shit for the hype and the money they've had. They've manipulated social media and the boxing media. That's what's gone on. Eddie Hills has done that for Big Meech, and Fury's done it off his own back because the brass neck on them, they're not bothered, are they? They'll lie to your face and look you in the eye. Well, that's what they do, don't they, them? So, okie dokie. So, just a little catch up there. So, peace out. Thanks for liking and subscribing and leaving a comment. Don't forget to jump on Porky's International if you get bored of me chatting knackers on here. Also, the link for my sponsors is pinned up in the comment section. Go and have a nosy. Health is wealth. Go on, booyaka. Max, ring me when you're a cruiserweight. Pop, pop, bang.